This is Trentavious Paducah VII, and he is here to earn some offers. He is straight out of Alabama, and he is 6'5", 325, intercepting that ball with bad intentions. And one thing about Trentavious is his dream school has always been Alabama Crimson Tide. Coaches always said if you practice how you play and translate it to that field, you would in no time get that offer from Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, after 3 games of balling out his senior year, Nick Saban hit him up and threw him the offer. But there was only one problem. Nick Saban didn't want him to come down there and play D-line. He wanted him to join the offensive line. Trentavious Paducah VII was extremely excited to go, so he packed his bag and said, "Coach, I'm on the way." Trent Paducah VII was a boom automatic starter coming into Alabama. I mean, if you come in and start as a freshman at Alabama, you have great chances of going to the National Football League. And just look at that great hole I created for that running back, and on 2nd and 7, I will pull, get up that field and knock him off his rockers. Get on the ground. I mean, Trentavious Paducah VII is a monster in those trenches. But as you can see, he was holding up and we would go in to score. But on 2nd and 1, I was locking him down. He had nowhere to go. He couldn't knock hands down, get wrists or forearms. He couldn't do anything. One thing that Trentavious Paducah VII will do is clamp you up and box you down and throw you out of the club. But on 1st and goal, he will throw him out of the club because he's not a grown man. You are not on the same level as me. I mean, growing up in a household of 6 brothers, I mean, we were always tough on each other. But as you can see, we will go on and win the game 21-14 in our season opener. On to our next game against the number 5 seed 2-0 Texas A&M. I absolutely laid a great block for the running back, but on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was locking him down. I sat down on it, and the quarterback delivered the blow. That was a great pass, but on 2nd and 5, I was driving him out of club, and then boom, get out of my way. You're not on the same level as me. But on 2nd and 10, I absolutely threw him into the running back. Here, as you see, on 3rd and 12, Bryce Young is going to have the best protection all season. On 2nd and 4, I mean, they are clamped down. They are not getting any pass rush to the quarterback. But on 2nd and 5, as you can see, I was sitting in la-la land and let him run past me, but I went and covered the ball. And that could have went bad, but on 1st and goal, as you can see, I was holding up and we will go in for another TD. But on 1st and 10, I was driving them and made them fall on that ground. Man, we will kneel the ball and go on and win the ball game. We win our 2nd game 30-14. On to our next game against 0-2 Colorado State. Started off intense. I absolutely bull rushed him, and as you can see, Gibbs get up that sideline, and I mean, I was all the way in the back, but they were going for almost 6, but I will throw him on the ground and we will finally go in for 6. On to the next one on 3rd and 12. The D lineman came off and did not shoot his hand, so I absolutely boxed him up. On to the next one on 1st and 10. There was a screenplay, and as you can see, I will get up the field, lay up block, and the tight end will absolutely hit that sideline, and he could, and he would take it all the way for a TD. And on 2nd and goal, I pull, bam, oh my God, he got absolutely obliterated. And on 1st and 10, I pull again, and I will be the lead blocker, push him out of the way, and Gibbs will get up that sideline for 6. And on 1st and 10, I was sitting down and threw him out of that club. Son, you don't belong on the same field as me. I mean, this freshman is just having the time of his life out there. Trentavious Paducah VII is the next big thing in college football. And on 2nd and inches, he absolutely takes ACL, MCL out, so you better get out of the way. And on 2nd and 6, he takes it out again, and we will go on to win the game. On to our next game again, boom, oh my God, the number 25 seed 2-1 Ole Miss. As you can see, I boomed him early on, and Jahmyr Gibbs gets up that sideline and goes for a pretty big gain. And on 2nd and goal, I will drive him out of the club, and we will go in for a TD. And on 1st and 10, I knocked him down. Playing offensive line and defensive line is not an easy task. I mean, you hit every single play. You have to be well conditioned. Coach wanted to go for it on 4th and goal. I pulled and couldn't find a block on anyone. We would get a turnover down, but on 1st and 10, I absolutely threw him on the ground, but it was still a negative 3-yard rush, and I boomed him the ACL, MCL out, and we would go on and win another game 14-0. On to our next game against 3-1 Georgia State. He couldn't get off of me. My gloves, when I hit you in your chest, they will stick like glue, I promise you. And I took ACL, MCL out. I mean, I'm trying to come and knock you off of your rockers. The thing about D-line is you have to have get off. I played it before, and I already know what a D-lineman is going to do before they even get their hand in that dirt. So I'm coming down to knock your buckles loose, so you better watch out. Trentavious Paducah VII, bam, he's trying to hurt you every time, so get out of the way like I said. But going into the next one, 1st and 20, he absolutely takes him out, but the running back got no gain. But on 1st and 10, he took him out and made him do a front flip. I mean, we going to win another ball game, and this time we win 24-6. On to our next game against 2-3 Kentucky. Just look at the pass pro across the whole board. And Trayshawn Holden will take it all the way for a 6 early on. 1st and goal, I will pull it. Boom! Oh my God! 1st and 10, I'm coming to take your legs out, so get out of the way. Trentavious Baduki the favorite move is to chop block you. I mean, it's kind of a cheap shot, but he's a dirty offensive lineman. But on 3rd and 4, he was holding up, and as you can see, JoJo Earl takes it in for 6. But on 2nd and 3, look at that pass pro. He couldn't get happy. He was clamped. When I say anchor down, I'm anchoring down. I will throw you out of that club. Back in the day, his father, Jet Baduki, also played offensive line and D lineman, so he has gave him great tips on how to be a dirty offensive lineman. But as you can see, we will go on and win the ball game. This time, we will win 28-0. On to our next game against 5-2 Arkansas. Look how I pass off and boom him. Oh my God, that's a way to transition onto another block. But on 2nd and 5, as you can see, I threw him out of the club. I mean, I took his ACL, MCL out, and on 2nd and goal, I was absolutely sitting on it. Don't you ever try to do a spin move on me, kid. As you can see on 1st and goal, the tackle passed off, and I absolutely anchored down on him. But on 1st and 10, I was sitting down on him. How embarrassing. Look at him. He tripped over his feet. But on 1st and 10, we took him almost like the blind side. We about took him to the stand. As you can see, we have a counter play. Absolutely take him out, and Gibbs absolutely runs him over. But on 2nd and 3, I throw him down and threw him out of that club. Come on, man. Travius Paduki the is looking for a target. Every time he gets out on that field, he will lay a good block for his teammate to go for 6. But as you can see, we're going to win the game, and we will win 52-7. Oh my God. On to our next game against the number 7 seed Tennessee. I took a cheap shot early on. I'm trying to hurt them any chance I can because they have not took a loss on their season yet. So we're trying to do anything we can, any chance we can. And I told you, I'm trying to take them out by any means possible. Trentavious Baduki the is trying to take the same route that his brother did. Derek Baduki Jr. was a former running back for Alabama Crimson Tide, and he had gotten drafted in the NFL. I mean, Trentavious had looked up to him after his whole career. He was his first brother to make it to the league. I mean, how special is that? Well, 1 minute in the 4th quarter, we are down by 5 points, and it is 4th and 26 with 21 seconds to go, and Bryce Young will put it on the money to Prentice, and he will go all the way to the 1-yard line, and it is game time. We are going to win this game, and on 1st and goal, we will punch it in to take us up. We will go on and win the ball game, and as you can see, we will win it 15-14. That was a close one. On to our next game against 5-4 LSU, I absolutely chop blocked them, and Gibbs will get up that sideline and get the 1st down early on, and on 1st and 10, boom, get on that ground. I absolutely manhandle him, and as you can see, McLean will take it all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, I was absolutely anchoring down and made sure I tried to chop block him, but he wasn't going for it. He put his hands on my head, but we still got a pretty big game. As you can see, I'm an ankle biter, so get out of my way like I always say. But as you can see, bam, oh my God, that's how you translate to the next block. You throw one out of the way and you move on to the next level. And on 1st and 10, he was trying to spin on me, but I was sitting down on it, and I take him out again. Son, you need some help because you cannot mess with Trentavious Baduki the but as you can see, we were double teaming him, and look at that hole we created for Gibbs. He will take it all the way for 6, and we will kneel the ball the old-fashioned way and go on to beat LSU 31-15. On to our next game against Mississippi State. On 1st and 10, I shuffled down the line and anchored down on him and clamped him up. He got no way to the quarterback, and on the first play of the game, we will take it all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, I will pull and lay a good block, and Gibbs will get up that left sideline, and he almost goes for 6, but he get pushed out, but I almost took him to the stands. I told him, hey, you are not going to stand a chance with me this whole game, brother, so you might as well just give up now. And I took ACL, MCL out. Going to the next one, 1st and 10, boom, get out of my way, kid. But Gibbs got tackled for a loss, but on 2nd and 11, we will double team him and put him on his knees. Hey, yo, but going into the next play, I had no one to block, and I cleaned his clock. Oh my God. But we will go on and win the ball game. And as you can see, we will go on to beat Mississippi State 37-35. That was a close one. On to our next game, boom, that's 1 pancake. Boom, that's 2 pancake. And you know what we call those? A double pancakey. But on 1st and 10, I was trying to move to the next level, but I tripped over myself. But as you can see, we will go on to score, and boom, boom, that's another double pancakey. And Trentavious Paduki the 7th was not out here to play. Bam! boom, oh my God. He will be an All-American, but on 1st and 10, as you can see, boom, oh my God, he moves to the next level and throws him on the ground. That's another double pancakey. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, he was sitting down on it and threw him out of the club and absolutely threw him out of the club, and boom, he cleaned his clock or did knock his buckles loose. But on 1st and 10, he was sitting down and took ACL MCL out. At this point, he's trying to hurt him, but he will go in and play a big block for his running back Gibbs to go in for 6. But as you can see, we will go on and win another game. This time was a blowout. 45-0. Coach said he was getting us donuts. On to our next game against 6-5 Auburn. I lay a good block, but he just could not find a hole, so he got put down. And on 2nd and 3, as you can see, Bryce Young's deliver it to Ja'Cory Brooks, and I tried to run down the field with him, but I got tired halfway I got down there. Going into the next one on 2nd and 1, as you can see, I was clamping him up. That defensive line just could not get a pass rush, and I mean, that's what you call a good pass, bro, from left to right. And on 1st and 10, we will take it in for 6, and on 2nd and 6, I was blocking him, and Gibbs hit that hole because I said it for him. But as you can see, I took ACL MCL out. You might want to get out of the way. As you can see, on 2nd and goal, he tried to run away from me. I said, no, sir, come here. I will clamp you down. But we will go on and win another game, and this time we will win 42-14. On to the conference championship game against number 6 seed 11-1 Georgia. I absolutely took his legs out and almost made him fall, but he just didn't. But on 1st and goal, I was sitting on it, and we were going with the first touchdown of the game. And on 2nd and 4, I about grabbing him with one hand to show him how much of a grown man I am. But on 1st and goal, I will pull and knock him out of the club, and Gibbs almost goes in for 6, but he did not. But just look at this pass pro on the goal line. We will shift down. I will get back to him. He would deliver it to Ja'Cory Brooks. But as you can see, on 1st and 10, we were sliding, and I could not get to another one. I tripped up. But on 2nd and 10, I did, and this time I boomed him and made sure to put him on that ground. But we were going to nail the ball, and we will go on and win the conference championship 31-15. We were turned up. Here, as you can see, Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back for Alabama Crimson Tide, wins Heisman. On to the national championship game against the number 2 seed 13-0 USC. I'm doing anything to try to take you out because I want a ring, and I'm going to go get a ring by any means. But on 3rd and goal, as you can see, I took him out again. I was wearing this defensive line out, and I mean, I pulled and laid a block on him, and Gibbs will get up that field, but he gets hit. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was sitting on it and almost threw him out of that club, but he just got lucky. And oh my God, Bryce Young delivers a 46-yard reception. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, we were sliding with the double team. Oh my God. But on 3rd and 24, I was sitting down on it, and he just tripped over himself. But we get another double team, and I tripped over myself. But we were going to nail the ball, and as you can see, we are national champions. We will go on and beat them 16-10. That was a pretty close one. Trentavious Paducah II, as a freshman, ended his season off with 22 pancakes and only let up 3 sacks. But as you can see, he was an all NCAA first team. On to our first game against West Virginia, Trentavious Paducah II throws him on the ground to start the game off. And after having an undefeated season, it's time to go for that natty again. Bryce Young has came back. This is his year to sprout out to that NFL. And as you can see, I laid that block and almost took him back to that end zone. But on 2nd and 14, bam, oh my God, I'm back. As you can see on 2nd and 7, that is a great reach block by Trentavious Paducah II. I already had the D lineman beat before the ball snapped. But on 2nd and 5, I threw him out of the club because I'm a grown man. But on 2nd and 5, I will pull and lay a big block and throw him on that ground because he's a little boy and my son. I try to tell these linemen I'm crazy. Boom, I'm crazy. Woo! I'm coming for respect. But on 2nd and 2, I will pull and lay a big hit on them. Oh my God. Trentavious Paducah VII is the truth. We going to win the game 21-9. On to our next game against 1-0 Florida Atlantic. I pulled and laid a big block for Williams, and he will get up that sideline and gets a pretty big game. On 1st and 10, we had a double team and had him on his knees. Hey, yo. But on 2nd and 11, as you can see, I was locking him up and almost threw him out of the club, but he stayed on his feet. I told the D lineman, I spared you that play. Next time, I'm going to stab and grab and dump you on that ground. But on 1st and 10, Brooks will go all the way for 6. But on 1st and 15, I come around that corner, lay a big block, and Gibbs is back. We were going near the ball to end them the old-fashioned way. We were going to win 17-10. On to our next game on 1st and 10. Bam! bam, oh my God, I drop him on that ground and come around and blindside that kid. Oh my God. I'm in this game to hurt people. Bam, get on the ground. I'm not playing. I'm coming for my respect. And I told y'all, when I stab and grab him, bam, I will lay you on that ground all night. Trentavious Paducah the 7 is having a game. Oh my God, he lays another big hit every time he pull. I advise you to get out of the way, and on his screen peg, bam, oh my God, he dipped and dropped him and knocked his shoulder in his chest. Oh my God. Trentavious Paducah the 7th is gonna set the record of pancakes. Bam, bam, that's a double pancake. He is not here to play on 1st and 10. Boom, oh my God, he's a little boy. Bam, Gibbs will go all the way up the field, and he could, and he would go all the way for 6. On 2nd and 4, boom, have you ever heard of a freight train? I will come through and run you over. And on 3rd and 3, I was locking him down, and Harold would go in for 6. And on 2nd and goal, I was blocking for Gibbs, and he goes in with another one. We will go on to win 45-0. Oh my God, coach is getting us donuts. On to our next game against Ole Miss. Bam, you don't know who Trentavious Paducah the 7th is. Woo! It's a game, baby. 3rd and 8, I'll run him over and lay a block for Gibbs to go in for 6. But on 3rd and 2, I will lay another block. And as you can see, Gibbs will outrun him, get up that sideline somehow, some way, and got some yards. Alabama Crimson Tide has always had a target on their back because of how much they win. Every team want them to lose, but Trentavious Paducah the 7th doesn't care about any of that. He's still gonna throw you out of the club and play his game. And as you can see, he was locking him up, and we were going for 6. On to the next one on 2nd and 13. How could he try to spin on me? I threw him to that ground because he's not on my level. And as you can see, look how I transitioned to the other block. That's how you shift it off. And on 1st and goal, I come around that corner, lay a block, and Gibbs were going for 6, and we were going near the ball and end them the old-fashioned way. We go on to win 45-22. On to our next game against 2-2 Texas A&M. As you can see, he came around that corner too fast, so I drove him all the way to their logo. I said, hey, kid, I almost took it to the buses because they're warming up because y'all are finna get whooped. But on 3rd and 2, I boomed him, and I almost got the other one, but I failed. On 1st and 10, he absolutely got me this time. He outran me, and I out-angled him, but Gibbs was breaking tackles, and he fumbled the ball, and they recovered the ball. And that just didn't hurt us a bit. On 3rd and 6, I was anchoring down. He was trying anything to get off of me. He was calling for help, but Prentice went all the way down for 6. But on 1st and 10, I had a double team. I would slide off of it and block the linebacker. And on 1st and goal, I come around that corner, lay a block for Gibbs to go in for 6. We will kneel the ball, end them the old-fashioned way, and go on and win the ball game 28-14. On to our next game against 2-3 Kentucky. Bryce Young still has the best protection in the SEC. I mean, you could count to 5, 6, 10, 15, and he would not get sacked. But on 2nd and 7, I come around and take AC or MCL out. He tried to call over me, but guess what? Gibbs was up that field, and this time he did a front flip. On 3rd and goal, I absolutely run in the back of my teammate, and Gibbs was an athlete and jumped and hurdled over him for 6. But on 1st and 10, I was anchoring down, and he could not get to that quarterback. I mean, the D-line from left to right had no pass rush, but bam, oh my God, I ran through him. And on 3rd and 13, I was holding up again, but they will go get the sack on the other side. 2nd and 10, boom, I mean, it's absolutely a ball game now. It is 14-14. We are up to the test. We are not finna lose our first game. But on 3rd and 9, I was holding up. You see that right hand? I about grabbed him and dropped him on that ground. But I spared him. But on 3rd and 5, look how I will spare him again. When he jump up, I was supposed to drop him on that ground for a pancakey. But on 4th and 10, as you can see, I will get him. I throw him down like a little kid. But they will go on and beat us. This is our first loss in a whole year. After that loss, we have dropped to rank number 12. But going to our next game against 4-2 Arkansas, as you can see on 2nd and 3, we will complete a pass for the first down. But on 2nd and 6, as you can see, look how I slide off to the linebacker. On 2nd and goal, we double team again to get in that end zone. This was going to be a kind of double teaming game. But as you can see, I had a one-on-one and threw him on that ground because he's not on my level. But on 1st and 10, I was anchoring down when I finally got another one-on-one. And what was he doing? And I mean, on 3rd and 8, I was tracking him down and failed by accident. And they will try to go get the quarterback. But Prentice will come back to the ball and go in for 6. On 2nd and 12, that dip and rip is not going to work. I will put my right hand to that sternum and I will try to hurt you. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was clamping him down, and the Gibbs catch it out of the backfield. I don't know why he hurdled, but he almost got the first down. But on 1st and 10, I was anchoring him down. I mean, hey, this D lineman was going to feel me all night. On 3rd and 12, I was clamping him down again. He needed help, but we're going to win the game 35-20 at line. On to our next game against against the number 11 seed 5-2 Tennessee on 2nd and 8. The D-line could not get a pass rush. I don't know why they threw 3 D linemen out there and think they could have got a pass rush on us, but we go for a 6 early on, and on 1st and 10, I lay a big block, and Gibbs will see that left sideline, and he could almost go all the way, but on 1st and 10, I lay another block, and he goes up that middle. Going to the next ball on 3rd and 4, I pull and lay another block, and as you can see, Gibbs got boomed. Oh my God. But on 1st and 10, I finally get my first pancakey of the game, and I absolutely throw him on the ground, but he gets back up. But on 3rd and 9, I come around that corner, I lay a big block for Gibbs, and we were going to win the game 28-10. Not a so good game. To our next game against 5-3 LSU on 1st and 15. Look at that hole we created for Gibbs. But on 1st and 10, he will bounce it outside and try to get up that field, but he gets boomed. But on 2nd and 3, I was sitting down, almost forklifted him. I picked him up, but Tyler Harrell takes it for a pretty big gain. And on 2nd and 10, I was sitting down on it because you can't get past me. I've yet to get put on my butt. We are losing bad right now. It is 21-11 with 30 seconds to go. It's a little too late. We turn the ball over and they go on and beat us with our 2nd loss of the season. On to our next game against 4-4 Mississippi State. I might be the best puller in the SEC. Might just be the best puller in college football. And I mean, every time I pull, I lay my hands on you. You can't get off of me. And on 1st and 10, oh my God, look at the hole we created for Gibbs. He could get up the field and go all the way for 6. After taking a loss last week, we are in another dogfight with Mississippi State. But I will throw him on that ground, and on 2nd and 4, I get up the field and I drive him to that first damn marker. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was running around in La La Land, and he will throw it in the back of the end zone for 6, and we were going to win the game 28-21. On to our next game against 5-6 App State. As you can see, I throw him out of that club because you are not on the same level as me. But on 1st and goal, boom, I will absolutely run through him and dive for more because I wanted some more. And boom, oh my God, get off of my field. I mean, Trentavious Paducah VII has been hungry since he came out of the wound. And oh my God, look, hey, boxed him down. But on 2nd and 10, he will clamp him up. Off of the line, I already knew. All he had to do was turn around. I am the wrong way. This is not great technique of an offensive lineman. The D lineman just certainly wasn't good. But as you can see, I came and tried to take ACL, MCL out. But Gibbs would get up that sideline, and he could, and he would go all the way because he is a bad man, but he did not. We were going to win 58-7. Oh my God. On to our next game against 5-6 Auburn, he did the wrong thing. That D lineman jumped up, and he got lucky that I spared him. I could have dumped him easily. But on 1st and 10, I was clamping him down. He couldn't even get off of the line. I mean, how embarrassing. How are you in college and you can't even make a move to get off of the offensive lineman? Trentavious Paducah VII is just different, but Gibbs will go all the way for 6. And as you can see, on 2nd and goal, I will come around and put hands to sternum, and he couldn't get off. I mean, this defensive lineman was having trouble all night getting a pass rush, and that is just embarrassing. But on 1st and 10, I was clamping the other side up as well and strapped him down, and we were going to win 38-7. On to the conference championship game against the number 10 seed 9-3 Tennessee. Trentavious Paducah VII and the O-line coach got into it before the game. Coach doesn't like that. Trentavious Paducah VII thinks he could do anything that he wants because he's a dog on that field. I mean, Trentavious Paducah VII was showing up late to practice. He was showing up late to meetings, and coach didn't like it. He said, son, you better fix it or you will be off of this football team. Coach Nick Saban came up to Trentavious Paducah VII and said, we only coach professional football players, so you better act like one. But Trentavious Paducah VII didn't like anything that they were talking about, so he just walked away. And as you can see, we were going to win the conference championship game. After being ranked number 5, we did not make it to the Natty, but we did get a bowl invite. But that is it for Trentavious Paducah VII. He has entered the transfer portal after going through with all of the coaches. I mean, after getting into it with the coach, Trentavious Paducah VII has chose to enter the transfer portal. And when entering the portal, it could go 2 ways. You can either get picked up or you could either get sent home. One thing that Trentavious Paducah VII wanted to do was rebuild a program, so he chose to commit to Memphis University. I mean, it's time to get it on, and it's time to rebuild this program. On to Trentavious Paducah VII. First game as a Tiger, he flipped him early to show him that he's in this conference in the best best O-lineman is in this conference. But as you can see, he was locking him down early on, and we will go get a first down. On 3rd and 6, he was slipping away, but that DN got to our quarterback with a sack. And on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was holding up, but they just kept getting to the QB. I mean, we don't have the best O-line, but we can make it work. Will not find that end zone. We're going to lose 23-0 the first game. That's not good. On to our next game against 1-1 Middle Tennessee. Look how I laid that block for Martin to get up to that first down early on 2nd and 1. I came and took ACL, MCL out. Sometimes Trentavious Paducah 7 just think to himself, was this the greatest decision for him to transfer to a lower team? Will this make his draft stock go up or down? I mean, losing our first game, Alabama Crimson Tide hasn't did that in years. And I mean, to just come to a program and lose like that, I'm supposed to be the change in this program. And on 1st and 10, I was locking him down and threw him on the ground because, son, I come from the SEC. Here, as you can see, we were down by 4 points, and Martin will go in to capitalize, and we will go up, and I'm taking ACL, MCL out. I mean, God to mighty. We will go on and win our first game. Our next game, coach was talking to me before the game and say, go out there and change this program like I brought you here to do it. Early on, I threw him on the ground. I said, I got you, coach. Every snap I got, I will fire off that ball and shoot my right hand to your sternum and knock the breath out of you, son. I'm an old school O-lineman. I'm coming here to hurt you, but on 3rd and goal, I will drop him out of the club and we will go on and score. But on 2nd and 8, look how I take over that blocked, and he tried to dip and rip, and you're not going anywhere. Trentavious Paducah 7 sometimes just think to himself, am I a brick wall? Because no one can get past me. But as you can see, we going with another one on 2nd and goal. I will almost drive him to the stands, but he got off of it. We going to win 28-7. On to our next game against 4-0 UCF. It's time for their first loss, and where are you going? Get over here. You can't run from me. I'm on 3rd and 10. As you can see, I was running in La La Land, and the quarterback threw an interception, and he would take it for 6. It's time for get back. We double team him and throw him on his knees. Hey, yo. But as you can see, on 1st and 10, I was sitting and recovered another block that thought they had a stun on us, but the quarterback threw an interception. I mean, what are we doing out there? If we want to be the best, we got to play like the best. I told the rest of the O-line, I'm throwing him on the ground the rest of the game. Look at 94. I put him on that ground. But on 1st and 10, we would get another double team, and he was just on his knees all night. I mean, I don't know what was going on with him. But on 1st and 10, I almost stood him up and dumped him on his head. He got off just in time. But going to the next one on 2nd and 12, he just literally slipped away from me, but we got that ball off in time, and Martin would get up that field. But we going to lose 30-7. Come on to our next game against 2-2 Houston. It's a slippery one, so they should be in that mud all night. But going to the next play on 1st and 10, he will get straight past me, and I let up a sack. That's just not like Trentavious Paducah 7. So I got him back and locked him down, but there was an interception. One time I mess up, the next time the quarterback messes up. I mean, Trentavious Paducah 7 is absolutely tired of losing. I mean, come on, man. But on 3rd and goal, I will lay a block and we will go in to score. It's now 14-17. We're only down by 3, and I'm strapping him up. The quarterback will run that ball, and look at him. I'm following him down that field. Here, as you can see on 2nd and 7, boy, don't you ever try to swim move on me. I will stick you down all day. Our quarterback throws another interception, and we will go on to lose the game. We might just have the worst quarterback. On to our next game against 3-2 SMU. I absolutely throw him on the ground. That brings the running back down. But on 2nd and 1, I get around that corner. I didn't mean to trip up like that, but it was kind of helpful. The running back goes in for 6. But on 2nd and 17, I'm locking him down. I mean, what absolutely was he thinking to try to spin on Trentavious Paducah 7? But we will throw an interception. On 3rd and 7, look at that transition, and oh my God, he armed over me. I've never in my life got armed over. Trentavious Paducah 7 has to step it up if he wants to go to the NFL from this team, especially because we've been losing, and we're going to lose another game. Let's our next game against 6-1 Cincinnati. I mean, look how Martin strike the burst to get that first down, and look at that block from Trentavious Paducah 7. Look how this Rover tried to come down and sack the quarterback, but the quarterback got the ball off as I picked the block up. But on 3rd and 1, as you can see, I had no one to block, so I came and I wanted to come back and crack back on somebody, and I knocked him off his feet, and bam, oh my God. I've been waiting to run through somebody like that. But going into the halftime, we're up 14-0, and Trentavious Paducah 7 say, hey man, that's a great start. But on 2nd and 12, as you can see, I was sitting down on him, and Priscorn will go in for 6, but we were going to win 35-6. That's amazing. I want to turn this game against FCS East. Boom, oh my God, that's a way to start the game off. Do not get in my review mirror. And oh my God, I boom over him on 2nd and 5, and I'm looking to get that safety, but I missed him. I totally missed him, but we got a pretty big game. On 1st and 10, I pull him. Boom, woo, get out of my way. I mean, Trentavious Paducah the 7th is going to have a game. And on 2nd and 1, he throws him on the ground. And look how Martin was bursting up that field, was speeding on 2nd and 6. As you can see, I was clamping down, and we going with another one. And we double team him and put him on his knees. As you can see, on 1st and goal, we double team this D lineman, and Martin will get outside and go in for 6. But on 1st and 10, we put him on his knees again. Hey, yo, what's going on? Boom! Oh my God. We going to win 38-0. To our next game against 3-5 South Florida. I don't know if I had glue on my hands or what, but he could not get off of the block. But on 2nd and 11, I put him the other way and almost took ACL, MCL out. And on 1st and 10, I was waiting for that block to come, and look at that transition. Son, you are not getting off of me, so stay right here. As you can see, on 2nd and goal, they try to send a blitz, so I took him out. So y'all got to come with something else. But on 1st and 10, I'm sticking my block as always, and we will get up that field with a 3-yard reception. But on 3rd and 7, I was sitting on my block, and Rodgers will go all the way for a 6. We will still go on to lose 24-28. On to our next game against 7-3 Louisville. On 2nd and 4, I don't know how I was down the field, but boom, I cleaned this clock, and I was down the field with the wide receivers, and they did not call no flag. So, hey, it was a great play on my end. As you can see, on 1st and goal, I don't know if they only had 2 D linemen on the field, but I was waiting for my block to come, and we would go in for 6. But on 2nd and 10, oh my God, bam, I'm crazy. But on 1st and 10, I was trying to take him out of the club, but Martin tripped over us, so that was a bad play on my end. But on 1st and 10, we double teamed him and put him on the ground. We going to win 16-14. Let's our next game against 5 and 6 Temple. Start off intense on 1st and goal. I mean, we absolutely had a read option, and our running back was going for 6. But on 2nd and 10, I would throw him out of the club because he's not a grown man, nor is he on my level. But on 2nd and 6, I will pull, make a great block, and Martin fights for that 1st down. On 2nd and 1, it wasn't great technique on my end, but the ball was fumbled in the end zone. We were cover it for 6. But on 1st and 10, I was clamping him up. And as you can see, we got a pretty big game. But on 2nd and 7, I come around that corner, lay a block, and take ACL, MCL out. Trentavious Paducah the 7th hasn't been having the greatest season. I mean, he had better seasons when he was at Alabama because it was all of the help around him. But this is not NFL worthy. But we were going to win 31-14. On the chart, boom, oh my God, that is a double pancakey against Charlotte. And I mean, they are 2-9, and we are gonna treat them as such. And Martin gets up that field with bad intentions. Going into the next one, 1st and 10, I anchored down and absolutely threw him out of the club because he tried to spit on me. But on 2nd and 10, I will boom over him. I'm hungry. Boom on 2nd and 5. I'm not here to play, and I'm absolutely trying to take your head off. So you better get out of Trentavious Paducah the 7th way. And I mean, if Trentavious Paducah the 7th was playing like this the whole season, he would be a top O lineman in the NFL draft right now. But he has not had a great season this year. He has to do better. But on the goal line, he will absolutely throw him on the ground, and we will go in for another TD. We will go on and win the ball game 34-7. This is the end of Trentavious Paducah the 7th junior season. He doesn't know what he's gonna do next. I mean, he ended the season off with 19 pancakes and let up 5 sacks. That's not like him. This is Trentavious Paducah the 7th. Oh my God, the best O-lineman out of college football. And he is known as being one of the Paducah brothers and known as being one of the greatest players to have the best O-lineman career at Alabama Crimson Tide. But Ties has been cut after getting in an argument with coach. He has transferred to Memphis, and he did not have the greatest season, but he did all he could to still go out there and show some stats. And oh my God, ending off with these stats right here, he has entered the NFL draft. But in the late 6th round, Trentavious Paducah the 7th has got signed by the 49ers. And after having the stats that he put up for his junior season, he didn't have the best, so he is more than blessed. And getting picked in the 6th round might be kind of bad, but he's still in the NFL. But Trentavious Paducah the 7th was just taking it in, and he is ready to play. Going into Trentavious Paducah the 7th, first game in the NFL as a rookie, and this is the preseason game, but bam, oh my God, he flat ironed him early on. Kenny Clark is one of the best D tackles, and I clamped him down, but bam, oh my God, I ran over him, came back down, and look how I take out their legs, and look at Christian McCaffrey as he get up the sideline, and he could, and he would go all the way for 6, and we started off intense. Before the game, talking to head coach Kyle Shanahan, he told me if I get 5 pancakes, he will sit me down for the rest of the preseason, and I will start in our first regular season game. And as you can see, I throw him on the ground again. As you can see, we're up 28-14. Bam! Oh my God, I flat ironed that dude. Trentavious Paducah the 7th is a monster. And look at him throw him on the ground again. He is a dirty player. But as you can see, bam! Oh my God, he was on his back. Could you imagine? But we will go on and win the ball game, and he absolutely outdid what coach said. He got 14 pancakes. Things has gotten real for Trentavious Paducah VII. Not only is he a rookie, but he's starting at right guard as a rookie. Bam! Is that a triple pancakey? But like I was saying, that is a big job to take on for Trentavious Paducah VII. He has people that's been there for years and still yet to touch the field. He has vets that's sitting on the bench that should be coaching him up right now. Being on the same O-line as Trent Williams, this is gonna be a dirty D-line. But we going with another TD, and as you can see, look at the pass. And not only will he boom you on the run play, but just look how he shifts over, and oh my God, he's clamping down. You're not getting away when he put those two paws on your chest. You're not getting away. Would you just look at him on the pool? Bam! Oh my God, he almost knocked him out of bounds, and bam! Get on your back. And I'm trying to look for somebody else, but we get to that touchdown too quick. Bam! Have you ever seen an O-lineman do this? He comes down the line. Bam! Bam! Oh my God, he is crazy. He's the next big thing. We going to win 38-14. And just look at our rushing yards. We had 406 rushing yards with Trentavious Paducah VII having 12 pancakes on the game. On to our next game. On 2nd and 6, Trentavious Paducah VII pulls and almost hits a block in the back, but it was safe. Look how he put those hands up, and we will go for 6. But coming back down the field, he will kick a field goal and miss it. And from now on, we have to score. We cannot be dependent on the special teams. They didn't have our back. But bam! Oh my God, I knocked him off of his rockers, and Deebo Samuels will get up the field with the first down. And I mean, oh my God, he lays a big block, and just look how Trentavious Paducah VII, he opens a big hole every time and lays a good block. Turns his back so the running back could run right off of his behind. But as you can see, he lays another big block, and he's looking and searching for another victim. But as you can see, he will reach block you as well and throw you on the ground because he's a dirty player. Throw you on the ground because he's a dirty one. That's 3 blocking the backs, but they didn't catch it. But we going to win 21-7, and I end the game off with 14 dirty pancakes. On to our next game. Bam! Off the line, I got him. Bam! Oh my God, I got his friend, and bam! I got the other one. I mean, could you name somebody that's giving out triple pancakes in one play? But look at the pass block as he sit down on it, and we get a pretty big reception. But I will take him out of the club as we go in for 6. But going to the next play, bam! Oh my God, I blocked him in the back as well. This is how you pass off and lay on him. I will absolutely lay on him. I mean, he got laid on. Going to the next play on 1st and 10, I was sitting down on it, and Christian McCaffrey will get to that end zone. But going to the next play, I boom him, and I was looking for somebody else, and I took the running back out. I finally met my match. He got off of that ball with bad intentions and got a tackle for loss, but I'm looking for the blocks, and I lay a big block as that running back hit the middle, and he could go all the way for 6. We were going to win the game. Trentavious Paducah VII ends the game off with 16 pancakes. Going to our next game, Christian McCaffrey, ex-coach Ron Rivera, we are playing against, and look how he starts it off. He said, coach, he wants his respect to be given. He took it for 6. And this D-line as a whole, they are stacked. They were absolutely obliterating me, but bam, I got Chase Young lacking, and oh my God, he got to the running back with bad intentions. And Deron Payne was giving Trentavious trouble all night, so he threw him on the ground. He said he has had enough, and oh my God, he got him and put him out of the club, and he goes back around, and he's looking for some more. Get down on the ground right now. One thing about playing O-line and D-line, the trenches, it gets dirty. Get on that ground. Hold on, he tried to get back. Bam! Don't get back up. You stay down there. Trentavious Paducah VII is a dirty player. He doesn't, bam, want you to get back up. Like, stay down there. He will wait for you to get back up and reblock you again. But bam, oh my God, I absolutely forklifted him, and that was an old school block. After having enough of Deron Payne, he throws him on the ground and bams him again. Do not get back up. I told you I would hold you hostage. We're going to win the game, and Trentavious Paducah VII is the game off with 13 pancakes. Going into the next game against one of the best D linemen, Aaron Donald. I clamped him up and shook my head and said, let's go, baby. I know about you, son. The next play, I bammed his teammate because I wanted it all. I'm coming out this game intense, and bam, Bobby Wagner gets laid out too, and I'm running with Christian McCaffrey now, but he will go, and I mean, look at Aaron Donald. He was down the field and tried to catch him, but we go in for 6. But I'm clamping him down. I said, I don't want you to get no sack. Bam, I mean, Grant Greg Gaines, I was giving him a hard night. I went up to him after the play and said, you might as well put Aaron Donald on my side every time because you're not going to last a second with me. And I throw his teammate down again, and bam, I finally caught Aaron Donald, and I caught his teammate. Christian goes in for 6. I get 13 pancakes on the game. What a day to be alive. On to our next game against Christian McCaffrey, ex-team, the Panthers. He has to show out, and I'm double pancakey all game. Bam, oh my God, get out of the way, but Christian McCaffrey is getting clamped up. But the kicker comes in and kicks 3. Going to the next play, Derek Brown shares my block, but I get back up and bam him. I said, you never give up on the play. You never do me like that. But as you can see, I was reach blocking Derek Brown, and Christian will get to the outside and go in for 6. And bam, get on the ground. Bam, I clothesline that kid. Fortunately, we are losing by 3 points right now, but Christian McCaffrey will capitalize. But coming down to the end of it, we kicked the field goal and our kicker missed it, and he did not come clutch. We will go and get our first loss of the season, but Trentavious Paducah VII ended the game off with 11 pancakes. On to our next game against Atlanta Falcons. Bam, oh my God, I took ACL, MCL out. I hope he's okay, but I'm playing dirty this game. But going into the next ball, 2nd and 6, I absolutely put him on his butt and throws him out of the club, and I almost got him again, but bam, get out of the club. And I mean, with Christian McCaffrey getting the blocks that he should go for 6 every time. If I don't get you the first time, bam, I will get you the second. You better get off that ball with bad intentions, because I'm throwing you out of the club every chance I get to, and I'm not playing. But just look at the pass rush as well. I'm sitting down, anchoring down with my teammate, and just having fun, and I'll run to that sideline because I'm ready for the next drive. As you can see, on 2nd and 1, this D lineman just didn't know how to detach himself, so I got you. I will put you on the ground and detach yourself in the grass. But we were going to win the game as we kicked the field goal to end this out. 9 game off with 17 pancakes. Answer to the playoffs, things are about to get serious. And looking into the bracket, Green Bay gets a first round bye and Baltimore Ravens gets a first round bye, but we are playing the Washington Commanders again. And this is the wild card, but going into the game, I have to clamp Chase Young down again, and I throw him on the ground. And look at Christian McCaffrey showing coach again on the first play that he's going to take it to the house. Not only did Christian McCaffrey break the first time we played Washington, but he did it again. But this D lineman is just shedding the block and getting to that quarterback, and I'm having trouble, so I block him in the back with a dirty block. I'm not going to play with you. Bam, get on the ground, and I'm looking for some more, and I can't find any more. Yes, I will. Get down on that ground as we go for 6. As you can see, we're going to win the game 49-13. I end the game off with 13 pancakes. On to the next round of the playoffs, I boom him early on, and I'm looking for anything coming because I'm not losing. Bam, bam, and I'm looking for another one. Bam, I cannot lose. It's win or go home. And just look at Christian McCaffrey as we set those blocks. He could and he would go all the way for 6. As you can see, we are reach blocking him on a double team, and Deebo Samuel's run into the back of us, but we are holding up good. Philadelphia Eagles are ranked number 1 in sacks, and they haven't got one yet, but just look at that. He almost got past me, and I came back and recovered. And we will go on to end them the old-fashioned way and kneel the ball and win 35-21 with 19 pancakes. Looking at the bracket, we are going into the NFC Championship game. It's either Super Bowl or go home at this point. But going into our next game, oh my God, Kenny Clark started off intense by throwing me on the ground. But as you can see, we double team him. I said, coach, we are going to have to double team him. He is a threat. One thing about Trentavious, bam, he does not fear anyone. He doesn't care, but he just wants the best for his team. But bam, oh my God, he's trying to work to the next level, and he will throw him on the ground. But we are double teaming him, as you can see, and we will go in the box. But Kenny Clark gets through and misses the tackle, but I bam him. I said I had enough of you running away from me. But our time has come. We go on and lose in the NFC Championship game. I end the game off with 22 unbelievable pancakes. Not only was it a blessing to be a rookie and playing in the NFL as a starter, but I only let up 1 sack this season. That's unbelievable. After losing the NFC Championship game, Trentavious Paducah VII wanted to be traded. So he requested a trade, and he has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. And not only was that a hard pill to swallow, but he kind of wants revenge, and he wants to get to that Super Bowl. His dream all of his life was to get to that Super Bowl and get MVP as well. If he get a Super Bowl with America's team, he said said that he will retire and hang the cleats up. But let's get into it. Going into Trentavious Paducah VII, first game as a Dallas Cowboy. Look at him and Tyron Smith. They are going to be a duo in this NFL. I'm not going to lie, you got two monsters, so you might want to get out of the way, but just look how I drive him out of the club and put him on the ground early. But we punt the ball to get him the ball back. But I come around and bam, oh my God, I knocked his buckles loose. Come on, kid. Trentavious Paducah VII already has the experience, but this kid had nowhere to go, so I bombed him and threw him on that ground. But we kicked three. We couldn't get in the end zone early on. The way that Trentavious Paducah, bam, plays O-line, he's going to come and try to knock the side of your helmet clean off. When Trentavious is coming through, I advise you to either push, pull, or stab and grab, either one, because I'm coming through with bad intentions every time. But going into the next play, we going to kneel the ball. And we ended them the old-fashioned way. But Trentavious Paducah VII was absolutely fired up. It's already a dream to play for America's team, but to get your first win in America Team Stadium was amazing. But as you can see, Trentavious Paducah VII is the game off with 12 pancakes. What a game to have. To our next game against the Bengals, Trentavious Paducah VII came around that corner and oh my, boom, get down on that ground. Many people don't understand playing in the trenches is absolutely a hard game. We are hitting every single down, and I mean, you either come with it or you get knocked on your butt. But as you can see, we going with a score early on, but bam, oh my God, what did I tell you? You either come with it or get knocked on your butt. Trentavious Paducah VII has never backed down and got pushed on his butt a couple times, but as you can see, he blocked in the back and the referee called a flag on me. And Trentavious Paducah VII, that is not a smart decision, son. I went to the sideline out for the play, but we drive down the field and scoring. Coach was on me. He said, son, you better not ever do that again. But as you can see, I throw him on the ground and walk over him. That was disrespectful. But bam, oh my God. And then I'm blocking him. I said, hey, boom, get back on that ground. Bam, you get on that ground. And as you can see, the running back will go all the way for 6. Job is not finished until I throw them in the bleachers. But as you can see, I was hitting him again and I block in the back again. And I get another flag and I go to the ground because I know coach is going to pull me out of this game. But as you can see, on 3rd and 4, I go in for another block, but I kind of missed it. But we kind of hurt their coach's feelings. We go on and beat them. Trentavious Paducah VII had a ball-out game. He had 8 total pancakes, but coach got on him about the penalties. On to our next game against the New York Giants. Boom! Oh my God! I absolutely got to the linebacker and knocked him on his butt. But as you can see, I was double teaming with the center, and as you can see, he didn't get anywhere. And oh my God! Just look at that catch. Down to the goal line, I have another pull. I didn't block anybody, but Zeke goes in for 6. But as you can see, on 3rd and 2, I come around that corner and block him, and I will not give up on that block. I'm going to the next person right after. Bam! You better get out of the way. I'm looking for that safety now. I will put a block on him, and the running backs hit that edge. Bam! Get on the ground. I wanted him again, but he lucky he didn't get back up. On to the next play. Look how I was blocking. Bam! Tim and shifted to another one, and bam! Tim, but I guess they called blocking a back penalty on Trentavious Paducah VII. That was a horrible call. But going into the next play, as you can see, bam! Oh my God! I wanted the next one, but I'm coming out here intense. I'm knocking them all over the ground, and they live in the dirt. Every chance I get, I will get on that ground. I'm gonna lay down there with you as well. Sometimes, not always. But as you can see, I end the game off with 8 total pancakes. On to our next game against Washington. Bam! Oh my God! They went up 3-0 on us early, so it's no reason that we shouldn't come out intense. And oh my God, I was not giving up till I blocked them in the back. They didn't call it, but I wanted some more. I wanted to put him on his butt again. In the scouting report for the week, I seen this was one of their better D linemen, so I was gonna give him a hard time all night. But bam! Oh my God! This time he knocked me on my butt. He absolutely had enough of me, so I took it out on his linebacker and his other teammate, and I will bam him too. I took it out on all 3 of them. How about that? But bam! Oh my God! Chase Young is nothing to play with. I'm not gonna lie. I got up and my head was kind of hurting. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared for the rest of the game, but bam! I cleaned this clock. I said, hey, I want Chase Young. Forget that. I want Chase Young. Each play, I was gonna look for him, but I looked for him and I was kind of scared when I finally got the chance to go against him. Finally, Trentavious Paducah VII put matters in his old hands and took him like the blind side. Almost took him to the stands and threw him on his butt and said, I got you. But bam, for the rest of the game, I was knocking him on his butt. And as you can see, I got his teammate as well. They were going to score to take their heart away and also win the game. Trentavious in the game off for 7 pancakes. On to the next game, we have a counter play and I pull and boom him early on and made him do a backflip. Trentavious Paducah VII is absolutely driving him out of club, doing his thing to try to get to that end zone. But as you can see, he lays a big block for Ezekiel Elliott and he goes up and field and dives for 6 early on. But as you can see, I was blocking and threw him out of the club and I go looking for who's next. But going into the next play, as you can see, I come around on every time I pull, I'm gonna put you on your butt, son. You don't even see me coming. Bam! That'll rearrange this guys. But But going into the next play, bam, oh my God, I forklifted him. But oh my God, look at the running back. He is going bananas. But going into the next play, as you can see, bam, oh my God, I blocked him. Bam, I blocked him. Oh, Jalen Ramsey, I about got you, but Zeke goes all the way 4-6. I go on to end the game off with 15 pancakes. We're going to win the ball game. Going to our next game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh my God. Just where are you going, son? The play is the other way. Get on the ground and get back up and get with your team. But boom, oh my God. I was absolutely disrespecting the whole defense to start the game off. But as you can see, I lay a big block for the running back, and those holes that Trentavious Paducah VII creates is crazy. But oh my God. This just might be the first time that we are down losing in the game. But absolutely, bam, oh my God. We have to get in the end zone. But going into the goal line, as you see, I'm laying blocks, and he will go in for 6. But I come around that corner, lay a big block, and oh my God, he could, and he would go. I'm looking for block. Come here, get on the ground. Hold on, who's next? Get on the ground. I've told you, we go in for 6, but I'm looking for blocks. I'm doing whatever I can do for my team to help clear that path for those running backs. But we will come back and win that ball game, and Trentavious Paducah VII is the game off of 15 pancakes. After winning 6 games straight, we are going to sim to those playoffs, and when it gets to those playoffs, they're showing no mercy. I mean, we're coming out every game, and I'm talking about blowing teams out if we're trying to win that Super Bowl. But as you can see, first round, we will go on to play the Cardinals. Trentavious Paducah VII has been in this position before, and he lost in the NFC Championship, so he wants revenge. But boom, oh my God, he is not coming out here to play. But as you can see, look how he shifts off, and we go in for 6 early on. But going into the next play, as you see, I pull and knock him off of his rockers and come and juke. Oh my God. But going into the next play, as you can see, I lay a block on this linebacker, and the running back will go all the way, and he could bend that corner and go all the way for a 6. And I mean, look at the quarterback. He's absolutely pissed. Kyler Murray is out of his element. He's yelling at all his throws his helmet. He is just not having it. He's out of his element. That's how we want him. But fellas, as you can see, when a quarterback gets out of his element like that, we will go on and run the scoreboard up without them scoring. We're going to win 39-3, and Trentavious Paducah VII in the game off with 12 total pancakes. But advancing to the next round, we got one of the greatest quarterbacks that we are going to play against. We're going against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's time to show them why Trentavious Paducah VII, bam, oh my God, clears the hole for his running back. He needs to have MVP of this Super Bowl that we are going to go to. And no, to the Buccaneers, y'all will be a part of our process by getting there, but bam, oh my God, we lay you down. And we go up 14-0 early, but as you see, we lay a block and we go up 21-0 early. They might as well quit. Just like the game Madden, they might as well quit. Bam, bam, oh my God, I lay 2 pancakes, but I lay him into the tackle. But bam, oh my God, I knock him off his rockers. We go on to win the game, and I end the game off of 14 pancakes. Going into the NFC Championship game where Trentavious Paducah VII lost last year. He's coming here for revenge, and I promise you, he's coming and he's not showing any remorse. He will not give up. He will try his hardest to win this ball game. As you can see, he pulls and lays his head into this defender, but as you can see, Zeke lays a good move, gets up that sideline, but he will run out of bounds. But going into the next play, I don't know what the kicker was doing. He kicked a terrible kick, and it would not tie the ball game up. What was he doing? But as you can see, we have a screenplay, and I come in, bam, oh my God, I'm taking AC or MC out loud. I'm not playing with you. But going into the next play, I will pull and knock him off of his rockers, come back around, and oh my God, Zeke is running that ball. Oh my God, bam! Get on the ground, son. You don't belong here. We are going to win this game. But we somehow got up by 3 points. We were going to kneel the ball, and Trentavious Paducah VII is heading to the Super Bowl. Oh my God, he ends the game off with 12 pancakes. But going into the Super Bowl, it's time to knock off one of the greatest quarterbacks as well, Patrick Mahomes. But as you can see, I start off intense. Bam! Oh my God, I had a pull and I knocked both of them off of their rockers. I'm very fired up and intense and so happy to be in this game, and I'm coming out and trying to block any soul that I can. I'm going into the next one, 1st and 15. I absolutely knock him off his rockers, but Zeke is not getting up the field. I want him to, so we put Tony Pollard in the game. He lay a block, and oh my God, he breaks 2 tackles, and he will get up that field. How? I wanted him to. Like I said, Zeke wasn't doing it, so Tony Pollard would. Oh my God, he goes for 6, but I lay 2 blocks, and oh my God, Tony Pollard goes in with another one. But as you can see, I lay another big... Oh, I didn't block anyone. Guess what? We are Super Bowl champions, and I told you this was a dream come true, and we finally did it. But with that being said, Trentavious Paducah VII had a great career, but sadly, he's gonna hang the cleats up. Drop in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video. What video ideas do you guys want to see next?